What is up, you guys? It is Jake State Farm here with Atomic Theory, back with some more Atomic Chess. And for today's video, I was just queuing up playing some 1+0 Atomic games. And lo and behold, RandoomPlayer clicked on my challenge, who is not been the most active lately. So I was kind of surprised to see that. And in general, he's just a very strong player, so I thought this would be a good opportunity to get some content in of just some high level gameplay here. So super excited to get in some fun games here. And he always plays so creatively. I'm kind of thrown off, to be honest. This doesn't work because he can just take with the bishop. But the nice thing that we can keep in mind in this position is that this bishop is tied down to the e6 square. But okay, we're a little bit low on time because I was taking some time once he accepted my challenge, or the challenge that I put out on Lichess rather. Once he clicked on that, I was trying to set up OBS real quick, so has taken just a second. Okay, now he's in danger. Yeah, I was gonna say his knight's pinned there. I think he just missed that. He may be a little rusty, I'm not sure, but Random certainly is one of the strongest players in Atomic Chess right now. So I can't remember the last time I played against him. I'm gonna look and see real quick. It has to have been a while. Okay, 3 weeks for we were playing some Valentine, but before that I think it's been a long time since we've actually played a real game. And okay, I'm kind of thrown off by this move. I probably should have started bishop b4, c3, bishop a3, but I think b5 is totally okay as well. Okay, he wants to go knight f4. G6, he can still go knight f4, but then I have h5. I think d5 is probably the best way to stop it. Knight f4 I'll be able to take here. Maybe we can expand with e5, opening up our bishop, but he stops us. That's pretty smart. And now I want to make room for my knight to get out here. So he can still go knight f4, knight f6 takes, and then maybe I'll have f4 in the end with a little bit of compensation. Okay, goes for this instead. Now there's no knight f4 because I'll have takes. And you can't really ever take this knight. I mean, he can take with the bishop if he wants to, but it's just not going to do too much for him. So, okay, I'm looking at g5 now. I think this actually works because bishop takes, I'll have queen h4, queen e4, and now I'm threatening to take his bishop. Okay, once again, this bishop's a little tied down here. Okay, threatening queen g5, although I realize after takes, his queen opens up on this square, so it's actually a bad move. But okay, I'll still just go for this trade. I am up a bishop after all, and it's probably just better to get his queen off the board in this position. Okay, what's going on here? I guess I'm barely surviving this. Wow, okay. I did not realize I was that low on time, to be honest. Let's go knight c3. I've been playing this move quite a bit lately. It is a bit dubious. I probably wouldn't play it in a serious match, but for now, it's been kind of fun just to play it a little bit. Okay, a lot of people go d5 here. And then the move I don't know if this is right, but I've been playing knight f3. Although there's some bishop g4 here. And after knight b5, there's knight f6, which is pretty annoying. So after bishop g4, I probably should go knight h3 instead, but the whole point is that I'm trying to force out f6 because then I can go knight b5 and the f-pawn will block queen h4, queen c4 ideas. Whereas if I go knight h3, they can play h6, and now after knight b5, they'll still have this idea. But okay, after bishop g4, I really need to stop playing this way because I keep falling into this, but maybe I can just go for this. Maybe it's actually not too bad. Okay. Go knight g5, but then there's bishop e2, move over, and f takes. So I don't want to do that. I'm just going to go h3. I'm not really threatening to take here, but I don't really want to allow him to go bishop h3, forcing me to take, and then something like this. Yeah, so h3 is kind of a prophylactic move, stopping the sting of knight h6. Now he could still move the bishop back if he wants to. Okay, I've actually got an idea to go knight g5, and I want to play this so that bishop e2 doesn't come with a tempo. Okay. Oh, but now he can just take and he's up material. Maybe this was bad. I do really need to look at this line. I feel like most lines in knight c3 I end up doing okay in, but this is the one line that it seems like I've been getting consistently just crushed in, to be honest. Okay, interesting. Allowing me to play knight b5. I think that was just a mistake. Now it's just going to be a time scramble. Yeah, he just blundered under time pressure. That's too bad. Alright, let's see what he's got here. Oh, going for random player spam. Let's go knight a6 this time. If I'd gone d5, knight c3, c6, he would have gone here, and bishop f4. Interesting. I don't really know any prep in this position, to be honest. I think it's got to be e6, though. This seems fine for me. Yeah, this seems really good for me. Okay, got to start with g6. If I go knight h6, he can go here, queen h5 and queen g5, forcing me to take and going up material. So I have to play g6 to cut off this h5 square. That's one of those things where, like, the more you play atomic chess, you'll just kind of learn those patterns a bit more. It's a trap that I used to fall into all the time in fast time controls. But once I played enough, I just kind of learned this pattern of if they have a knight that's ready to come here. And, okay, he's going up a pawn here, but it doesn't actually do too much for him. It's actually probably the eval is in my favor. This is another common kind of idea in atomic, I guess, where you're going up material. But in all reality, it's not great for white because now I'm without these f and g pawns. You can't really castle kingside here, which means I can immediately start putting pressure on the queen side, knowing that he really probably doesn't want to castle kingside. Okay, but he's kind of... I guess it doesn't matter if he just starts outplaying me. Yeah, I'm just trying to put pressure here. If c3... Okay. Let's hop back with the bishop, although he's got bishop f6 here. Interesting, doesn't go for it. Okay, I want to get h4 in. Okay, he sees that. Oof, my goodness, another nail biter at the end there. All right, he was gonna go random spam. Let's go JSF spam. Here we go, the farmer's game. But let's see what he's got. And this is someone that, again, I haven't played too much lately, so I'm guessing that he probably is not too up to date on, you know, certain lines to beat me. And already he's going for a good line, but not the best line. Like, this is definitely a lot of ideas for me still. And already, like, I almost had queen h5, queen h4, but not quite. But this is still going to be pretty good. And it's the benefit of this move. I can come here with the tempo, and this bishop isn't able to get a threat. This happens in a lot of these lines here. And it shows that he's probably just not used to this opening. So now, at the very least, we should be equal. Like, no matter where he goes, I'll always pretty much be able to trade off. And that was a mistake, allowing bishop d3. And now his knight's not going to be able to hop in anymore. But even if he had hopped in, like, worst case scenario, I could have traded off my queen. But also a big theme in these positions where the queen gets traded off here, and I've already played b4, is that my queen can also slide over to a1. So really I was doing quite well there anyway, but that was kind of the nail in the coffin. Now threatening to take on h5, so he's really got to come this way. But I'll be happy to see that as well. Okay, g5, he wants to go g6. So let's not push just yet. Let's set this up, and if he doesn't play, he does go for g6. But I can still do this. If takes, I'll just throw queen f3 in, and I should win this endgame. Okay, that was kind of silly. I mean, the sad thing is I'm going to beat him on time, but I think I'm winning this endgame anyway in the long run. I can basically put him in zigzag long. I can get his king in the corner and make him trade off pawns there, which would be good for me. All right, let's go for my line that I was just recommending in knight f3, e4 here. if I can even remember it. A6 takes an E6. Basically cutting off this knight from A6 from these squares so that I'm still allowing C6. Normally you would try to do it all with this C6 pawn here, but then you're blocking in the knight. So now knight C6 is available to me. And at this point, I'm pretty much out of my preparation already, which is too bad. Like normally if you're playing a major sideline like this is very new. I just discovered this from I think it was Wolfram or somebody was playing this. So I just discovered it from somebody. So normally if you were going to play some kind of weird sideline like this, you would have a bit more prep in it, but unfortunately I haven't been able to prep it too much lately. So he obviously wants to castle here. I can go knight h6, and then he's got to go h3 because otherwise I'll go bishop h3, takes, and knight g4. But now there's a question. He can go knight d5, but I'll get this with a tempo. I think if I castle, he can go knight g5. So let's take first. I'll probably go knight d5. Then I can go. I don't know. This position's not very good for me, to be honest. Yeah, I get this in, but this is now really bad for me. And I just have to try to flag him at this point. This is a really bad position now. Okay, interesting move. Oh my gosh, what a beautiful tactic. Dang, well played. He was at a lot of risk of being flagged there if he didn't find it. Alright, he's got to go. That'll be a quick video for the YouTube, but thanks for the games, RandoomPlayer. He is, yeah, that was a real nice tactic in the last game there. I guess I should study this more. So I think I'm doing good here after castles. Yeah, I say good. If you're plus 0.3 as black, then you're doing good. Okay, king f8 is the move. I want to make sure I played it right before that, though. Yeah, it's just a tricky line. Like, e takes is the best move, but you can see, like, a6 is a very uncommon move in this position. And, like, already this is a pretty uncommon position to get. Like, black had a lot of other moves here that they could have played. Like, okay, d5 at this level is pretty common. Oh, sorry, he played knight c3. And, yeah, bishop g4 is still, even here, pretty uncommon. So it's just a very uncommon idea of a6, but after takes and e6, if they play the most common move of bishop to d3, yeah, you're basically, because you're defending the knight from these squares, you're allowing knight to c6, and after this, yeah, you're doing fine. So I'm curious, king f8, the idea is knight d5. Okay, and I see knight takes c7 no longer comes with a tempo on the king here. So that's the whole idea with king f8. Because if you imagine the king being on e8, and say your knight was on h6 instead, you could take, and now the queen has time to move away. But now if takes, you would just take here, and black's completely winning this upper rook. Okay, good to know. So, yeah, I guess the main move to be worried about here is bishop to f4. So I'll need to study this a bit more because maybe this is a refutation, but thankfully this is still a pretty unknown line, so it's not the most common move yet. This is the type of position where I feel like there would be some scam potential for black, though. I don't, like, even though the computer says it's good for white, I kind of get the sense that there's some ideas for the black side here. And already, like, I'm seeing one, like, you could take here and say after, yeah, knight d5, you could get your bishop out. And okay, like, you could play like this potentially. And like, yes, it's a position where it's plus 10, but black's actually up a knight here, and it's on white to find the best continuation. So for instance, the most common move is c takes b4. And, you know, you would develop like this. And, I mean, okay, it's not great, but it's also playable for black for sure. I mean, knight takes e6 was played one time, allowing mate. So, like, yeah, and it's not like you're immediately, I mean, it's an uncomfortable position for black, but it's not immediately losing. That's just one idea. Maybe f5 as well. Yeah, I actually think, because I don't love getting the knight out this way, but here there's no e pawn to like play e4, so is actually a pretty big threat. And actually, it seems like queen c1 is the idea that has to be found here, because you can see the computer is also suggesting bishop b5, but I'm guessing, yeah, then it would just, the only reason it wants you to do this is like a throwaway move to get queen c1 on the board later. So really, if you don't find queen c1 here, it's not clear what to, yeah, like, which I guess the whole point of queen c1 is to open up king d1. So yeah, actually f5 is kind of a tricky move as well. And I have to assume most people would just take here. And it looks like if they don't, they're just worse. Like again, they could go bishop b5, takes, and then takes. But yeah, same thing. So f5 is kind of a tricky line as well. I guess I probably shouldn't be revealing this if I'm going to try to play this line. But yeah, I need to study this a bit more. But anyway, GG's to Random. Thanks for the games. Thank you guys for watching this quick video. I hope you guys were able to learn something today. And I will see you all in the next one. Peace out.